the Civil War, the Siege of Vicksburg, and wallpaper? Mark, tell me what we're looking at here today.
We're looking at a newspaper from Vicksburg, Mississippi, printed in 1863 in the heat of the battle around Vicksburg. It's called the Daily Citizen. The editor's name is Swords, and he has just put into the type bed for printing, which is full of some information, but largely is full of taunts and attacks on General Grant, who has surrounded Vicksburg at this point.
And just to give a little bit of context, Vicksburg, Confederate city, was under siege by the Union, and supplies were running low. They were out of food. They were out of all kinds of supplies. Is that correct?
That's correct. Supplies are scarce. Certainly of great scarcity is newsprint. So not untypical of the period. This newspaper is printed on wallpaper.
That's totally amazing. They printed their newspaper on the backside of wallpaper.
That's correct. It's referred to as the wallpaper edition of the Daily Citizen.
There's something very interesting and very modern about the fact that propaganda, or what we would now call spin, was considered so important at the time that they didn't even have newsprint, but they found a way to put this out.
Well, it's morale boosting, but it's also, as you can imagine, important because this is the way in which you announce the Confederate dead, the reports of the battles elsewhere in the nation as the war is going on. So news is extremely important to both the North and the South. What I love about this piece is in the midst of this extraordinary moment, these young men largely at this point in the Union Army who finally do break through, their choice is to in fact break into the Daily Citizen newspaper office where they find the typeset for the July 2nd edition. And their choice is to print that edition with one small change. In the bottom corner, it announces that 2 days bring about a great deal of change.
Can I hold it?
Sure. Just you want to hold it with a little bit of attention? There
Absolutely, like that. And as you say, the Union forces took over Vicksburg and printed the newspaper complete as they found it, with the exception of one paragraph.
That's
Is that
right.
correct?
That's right.
2 days bring about great changes. The banner of the Union floats over Vicksburg. General Grant has caught the rabbit. He has dined in Vicksburg, and he did bring his dinner with him.
And that they urged the Southerners to a diet of mule meat and fricasseed kitten.
And they just left the rest of the paper and printed it as they found it.
And printed it up as a, they even refer to in this last paragraph that this paper will be important hereafter only as a souvenir, as a wallpaper keepsake.
There is a fascinating sense of time travel that they actually thought to print, this will be valuable hereafter as a curiosity. And indeed, here we are, and we're looking at it as a curiosity.
Exactly.
They got it just right.
Exactly. I'm Mark Demunation, Chief of the Rare Book and Special Collections Division here at the Library of Congress.